Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a girl Lelo. I'm back with another one. Please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up like button, like my videos, yo guys. It is free to subscribe. When you subscribe, you get notified every time I post a video. And thank you for those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate you guys. And for those of you who do like my videos and watch my videos, I do really appreciate. So in the Q&A questions that I've compiled, this is 5 points that I've actually written down that I felt like I just wanted you guys to get to know me when it comes to like how my experiences when it came to like past relationships. So what I used to the first question, actually, let me get down to the first question. The first question is, what's the biggest red flag I have ignored in a relationship, and how did it ultimately lead to heartbreak? I would say, in my personal past experience, I have actually overshadowed or overlooked the level of like consistency. I wouldn't obviously mention who it was, because I don't want to be like mentioning like people and stuff like that. So, but the level of consistency, I've always like overlooked how a person would like react or do things. I would like keep up with how a person, like, how we interact, how we do things. And at some point, certain things used to change. Just like, for instance, a person having to tell me that they're gonna call me, oh, I'm gonna call you at 8 p.m., and then they don't call me, and tomorrow they text like something is like everything is normal, everything is perfect. And I used to like really overlook that. I never like used to bring it up. I never used to like talk about it, because like I didn't want to come off as a person who's like, overlooking at small details of like a relationship. I used to kind of like put it aside, sweep it under the rug and hope that perhaps maybe things will change. But I've learned to recognize and realize that if you don't have a clear communication with your person, things are going to go, the other way around. So this taught me actually that communication is very important. It's very important to be expressive of what doesn't make you happy in a relationship, because those small things can lead to a build up of frustration, anger, curiosity, unnecessarily, and not knowing perhaps maybe that person is influenced by a lot of things. It could be that they get to be busy. It could be that perhaps maybe there is something that occupies their mind. Maybe they're in a stressful period in their life. A lot of things can be a factor for a person not being consistent. So I used to like totally ignore such until it kind of like accumulated like a lot of insecurity, a lot of mistrust, a lot of like questioning, and I never used to address it. And yeah, it was just like, it really sucked, because I used to like look at the patterns and I'm like, no, this person is not consistent. We used to like hang out, in during the days like this and like that, and now he's no longer keeping up. He said he would text me at this particular time, and then they don't text at that particular time. They text the following day, 2 days after, and I would overlook that. So that was just one red flag that really led to like me kind of like having this piled up, locked up emotions that were ready to explode, because now I couldn't take it anymore. I did not communicate about it, and it ultimately led to a breakup or the end of the relationship, which kind of like really sucked. So I really overlooked the pattern of consistency when it comes to like being in a relationship. I used to overlook that a lot, and I'd be like, when I overlook the situation, I'd be like, oh no, oh, I wonder why is he doing this? Why did I text him at this time and he's texting me like the following day? Why am I like, why did he cancel on us? He usually doesn't do that. I would just question myself and answer myself basically, which was wrong. So but you learn from the best as you grow, right? mm, the second question is, have you ever ghosted someone or been ghosted? What was the reason? Okay, I have ghost. Okay, I suck at ghosting people. Like really I do suck, but I am quick to really like cut ties. I'm one person who does not tolerate like it. I feel like I've been through a lot of unpleasant relationships, like my history of dating and being with those people. It was not like I've never, I wouldn't say there's a highlight of a specific relationship that really had made me happy, or it left like a good taste in my mouth. I could just say, I cherish the memories we shared. It's more so like the past relationships that I used to have, the bad used to outweigh the good. Okay, and I don't paint myself as the person who is a saint in this situation, but I would really highlight the fact that the people I used to date or the people I used to be with, they were the biggest contributing factor in the problems that we had in the relationship. I don't want to lie, I had my shortcomings, but looking at the situation fairly, honestly speaking, it wasn't me. Okay, so but another thing is that like I never really ghost. Like I'm not so good at ghosting people, but I am quick at having to like cut my losses. And when I cut my losses, I really don't do well with it. But I've learned as I grow that it's okay to create a boundary for yourself. It's okay to have a boundary. It's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to distance yourself when a situation is no longer working. So I learned that like the hard way. I learned that the hard way because I used to kind of like cut my losses most of the time and be like, you know what, I cannot do this. Like honestly speaking, I cannot do this. And then few days after, or few weeks after, few months after, and then here I am, not even few months after, it doesn't even get to a few months. It doesn't even do that. Like maybe a few weeks I could say, and then I'm the one who initiates like communication, wanting to, resolve an issue, wanting to fix the problem and all of that. But I've came to realize that sometimes even the most like very toxic situations, I used to want to bring them to life. Even the situations that used to drain me on an emotional level, on a mental level, I used to want to water situations like that. So it was really like really draining for me on an emotional, spiritual level. I used to be feeling like very depleted, and I think that created like a pattern. It created a pattern whereby now when I get in relationships, I quickly just get so irritated when like situations are just not working out. Especially, I'm not talking about minor issues, I'm talking about real issues, like big issues. Okay, issues like infidelity. Yeah, actually, what is the biggest issue other than infidelity in any relationship? Trust that is broken, betrayal, and being like made feel like having to be made feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthy, type of a thing like that. So I really never like ghosting anyone like deliberately, not unless I really don't like you and I don't really love you. And not only that, because it's two reasons. It's either I don't like you or don't love you at all, or it's either you really, really, really put a knife on it, like you really are or did stab my heart, and I don't have any more heartbeats in me, and the only thing that I'm left with, it's that 1% battery for my heart to pump, and I don't have a choice other than to save myself or lose myself in the process. So it can be two things that I get to ghost a person. It's either they really stabbed me in the back and it really hurt, so much so that it bruised my confidence, it makes me feel insecure about myself, it makes me feel like less than, it makes me feel like I don't deserve. It's like when that person makes me like want to lead to get to ghost them, it's like that person has like inflicted a lot of pain in me, and if not that, it's that I just don't really like you, I'm really not interested in you, so it can go both ways. So yeah, I have ghosted people that I don't really like, or love, and I've came to now set a strong boundary where I am like able to ghost a person who has really betrayed me. Before, I used to forgive people who like, it's not about forgiveness actually. I used to like compromise my own happiness, just so I maintain the peace and just so everything just feels fine. But I'd be the one who is like really like feeling the pain and all that. So yeah, I have ghosted people. It's either I did not like you or love you, or it's either you really like put a knife on it. And what's the most significant sacrifice I've made for love, and what was it worth? And was it worth it? A sacrifice that I've made for love was compromising myself, and it was not worth it, because at the end of the day, I would feel depleted, drained. I would feel insecure about myself as a woman. I would feel like I have to be someone else that I'm not. Perhaps maybe question my own, my own self. Like, whoo, yeah, that's the most significant sacrifice I've ever made, is like compromising myself, like putting other people's feelings and emotions before mine. As long as they were happy, then everything was good. If I was happy, it didn't matter, as long as I'm just holding on so tightly, until I don't have any grip anymore, and I'm gonna fall down and nobody would care, and I'm gonna fall down from the top of the mountain. Nobody really cares because I'm like holding on so tightly. So it's more so like, yeah, I have really compromised, having to compromise, like the significant sacrifice was compromising myself for love, and it wasn't really worth it, because at the end of the day, the only thing that I was feeling was like the feelings of depletion, feeling like my self-worth is not good enough, feeling like I wasn't valuable, I wasn't worthy of being loved the right way. It brought a lot of insecurities in me, and that was not nice. So it was not worth it at all. And the fourth question is, how do you distinguish between love and lust, and what's the difference? What's the difference in my experience? I know how to distinguish between love and lust. Oh gosh, I did not expect that this video is gonna be so long, but I wanted it to be like 10 minutes long, but it's okay. How do I distinguish between love and lust? I know how to distinguish between if a situation is built on lust or love. A situation whereby, in my experience, love is built on a very solid foundation. Okay, it's not built on superficiality of things. It's not built on if like the materialistic situation of things. It's not built on benefits. It's not built on self-compromising and self-sacrificing to a point of not, feeling complete and whole. So when you are in love with a person and it's love, this mutual compatibility, on a very, like, so many levels, like it be like emotional level, whichever way that you feel like it's like compatibility for you. Okay, we are different. So for me, love is something that I would say it's something that's built on like solid foundation. And when it comes to a lastful relationship, it's built on a, like, it's not built on anything. There is no foundation. The only thing that is there, it's the superficial part of it, whether it's driven by money, sex, fun, whatever it is that connects you with that person. Love is very, like, when I talk about solid foundation, I mean like that person is willing to love you and you're willing to love them, whether you have something or not, whether you're willing to build with that person, whether you have money or not, whether they have money or not, whether the stability or not. You just choose that person for who they are and you love them for who they are, not what they bring. Okay, and you are equally yoked, you're on the same level, it's balanced. When it comes to lust is like very evident, because if there is no supply, if I don't supply you with what I need and you don't get it from me, then that puts the relationship at a compromise. If I'm used to giving you money and I no longer give you money, and now the relationship starts having problems, then that relationship was built on lust, lustful desires. If I used to sleep with you and now I no longer sleep with you, you get angry, you get, like, it seems like the only thing that you ever wanted was just one thing, which is like sleeping with a person, or just keeping it superficial, keeping it superficial connection. Like, it's just superficial, it's only sexual, physical, you're only sexually attracted to that person, you only like what they give you, whether it's money, material things, fun, the good times. That's superficiality, that's like lust. Okay, and when it's love, all those things, like, they don't mount to the love you have for that person. Like, whether they have material possessions, whether they don't have, you kind of like there with that person. Okay, and the last question is, what's the biggest lie I've ever told to my partner, and did I get caught? Oh my God. Yeah, there was a lie that I've told my partner, which was not my partner, actually, my previous connections that I've ever, like, I was connected to. I have lied, and what I lied about was them buying me a gift and I did not like it. Like, they bought me a gift, I did not like it, and I just pretended that I liked the gift, and I was just thankful for it. But that experience taught me that you have to be honest with your partner, you have to communicate, you don't have to, like, kind of like accommodate their feelings just because you're afraid of hurting them. But at the end of the day, I ended up like telling my person that this is what I like. At that time, I told them that, no, I'm the person who just likes things like this and like that, and I appreciate like gifts like that and like this, but I am a person who values, like, gifts that are sentimental. It doesn't have to be luxurious, it doesn't have to be way too big, it just has to be very romantic, very sentimental, very meaningful, stuff like that. So, but other than that, honestly, I there's nothing that I've ever lied about, like, that is way too big. No, there is nothing. And yeah, that's a wrap, y'all, guys. I did not expect that this video was going to be this long. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A questions with me. I'm gonna do another Q&A question part 2. Okay, part 2 of 5 questions, and then this is part 1. So basically, I hope you just enjoyed in getting to know what was my experience previously on in my previous relationships. And please, guys, like my videos, press that finger that's like, pointing up. Press it. That's how you like my video. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. The subscribe button is it's there. It's written subscribe. You just click there, subscribe, and you become a fan of my soul tribe. You get notified every time I post a video, and I will see you on another video that I get to post tomorrow. And I will see you guys. I love you so, so much. Thank you for walking with me throughout this journey. I hope it's going to be a good one, guys. I hope it's going to be a very amazing journey for us, like, honestly speaking. When it comes to like doing this whole YouTube vibes, I hope I grow. I hope I become better. I hope I become creative. I hope I captivate you guys at the end of the day. I'm still trying, I'm still trying. I'm just trying, I'm just trying. I'm better than somebody who's not trying at all, but I'm trying, okay? And I'm not trying to justify myself or paint myself as a better person, but all I'm saying is that I'm trying, and maybe you should try it too, okay? Whatever it is that comes to mind, take it and run with it, and you'll get perfect along the way. Actually, there is no perfection. You'll get better at it as time goes on, and forgive yourself and love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, forgive yourself, then who else? Be what you want to attract. I love you guys. See you some other time. Adios. I love you. Woo! Guys, I'm very weird. If I just like do a vlog and like being alone in the house, like I do some weird shit, but not all the time, like not all the time. So I see you.